Greetings everybody. In case it can somehow help anyone as they attempt to figure out how, if at all, to use TQQQ and or its put option contracts in their portfolio, I wanted to share how a recent crash in TQQQ caused my portfolio's gains to go back to 0% and actually a little bit negative. As you can see here, from August 2023 to July 2024, my portfolio was up about 10 or 11%. But then this happened where TQQQ dropped 36% in 3 weeks. And because a little more than half of my portfolio was in TQQQ put option contracts, my portfolio gains from the past 11 months were wiped out in just 3 weeks. Now, some people may rightly ask or wonder, why did I have more than half of my portfolio in TQQQ put option contracts? Well, let's quickly talk about how that happened. You see, I originally began selling put option contracts on TQQQ back in September 2023, and when I began, I only used about 10% of my portfolio for the contracts. As you can see by TQQQ's performance early on, things didn't go too well with the contracts, but my portfolio still managed to produce some gains because the other 90% of my portfolio was in a steady T-bill ETF that pays monthly dividends. Anyway, in November, things started to pick up and TQQQ began producing excellent gains. For example, in November and December alone, it rose 54%. And so what happened with my strategy was, as TQQQ kept rising every month, I decided to devote more and more of my portfolio into the put option contracts. The process happened something like this. I went from 10 to 20 to 30 to 40 until at the time of the crash, I was a little more than 50% in pure contracts. Now, am I saying that you should never have a substantial amount of your portfolio in TQQQ and or in its put option contracts? No, actually, I'm not saying that, because depending on how the market is doing, it could be very profitable very quickly. For example, from December to March, in just 3 months, TQQQ rose 36%. But again, along with those quick gains can be the quick declines, as we just saw with TQQQ's 36% drop in 3 weeks. And so it's up to each individual investor to decide how much risk to take, how much of their portfolio to devote to TQQQ while in pursuit of profits. Good luck, everybody.